Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV for some more World Betrayed DLC for Total War 3 Kingdoms as Kong Rong with the Make Them Unique mod enabled. So if you have a quick look at our lovely empire here, you can see we have a huge chunk of land. Rong Zan, our long-time ally, has just taken the kingdom of Liang from Ma Chao. Ma Chao is pretty much, I think, only left with this area here. So he's for the chop eventually. This does unfortunately leave us in a strange situation. Gongsun Zan doesn't particularly like us right now, which is a bad thing. Our vassal Gongsun Kang has also... Gongsun Du was a very reliable vassal. Gongsun Kang, on the other hand, is not. So we have some problems there that we possibly need to look at. I have a spy option, which isn't bad, and Gongsun Kang does have people who may betray him. So we could have a quick look. I definitely need to keep maintaining loyalty with him. He is dropping hard, which is a shame. You already have her in with Gongsun Kang, so Gongsun Kang may need to be wiped out. Which will be, disappointing because we've got trade and everything else with him. It'll upset me, but we do what we must. Now, Gongsun Zan is our greatest problem. He isn't particularly happy with us. He does want to leave, but the others are not particularly keen on it. Right? That's interesting. It's all like his vassals really like me. Interesting. We'll see what we can do. I mean, I've got some pretty dodgy vassals, actually, to be honest. He's alright, I guess. Our man here is not happy at all. I don't know why he thinks I'm a strategic threat. I wasn't planning to attack him. Frankly, I would quite happily give him Yojo and Yobei Bing were I to take this land. Quite happily give it to him so that he had an empire of his own and wouldn't worry too much about attacking me. But we're not in that position. So, anyway, we were on the attack. We're now not. We've moved troops to defensive areas. My options are this. Gongsun Zan's armies in this area are going to replenish really quickly, and they have quite solid armies. They're not bad at all. They've been fighting. They have been working hard. Who's this? This is Eugene. Yeah, he's got Eugene as well. Chengju is less hard. But you just see the sheer volume of cavalry this lad has. Being tall. All right. Then Gongsun Zan himself. Now, unfortunately, as far as white horses goes, he hasn't really been recruiting them. But, yeah, he has a fair few cavalry units, which would be a problem for me. And my Yang Xuan, and sorry, I'm just checking out his generals. My armies are not great. And he just has so many. He really has Zhang Chao. Interesting. Okay. Tianfen, Guanping. Yeah, the problem is his armies are so good, and they are. I don't know. He's just hands down better general than any of my guys. It will be hard to beat him in something that could be resembling a relatively fair fight. So what I would have to do is march my armies up and just smack his imperial city, which is an option, but I wouldn't get there before his armies actually replenished. He's going down, unfortunately. The other option, of course, is to go for Chengdu. We're not at war with Liu Biao, but Liu Biao isn't the most... Let's have a look. Ownership. Liu Biao isn't the most powerful. You can see here. He's got all this border territory here and a chunk of land. We don't know what he has in here. But this area is out on its arse. Liu Zhang. Alright, he doesn't like me, but we could build something and take out Liu Biao. Potentially. That would upset Liu Bei though, of that I'm certain. Yellow Turbans seem to have massing forces. I don't really know where they're based. My other vassal Wang Lang is relatively stable and absolutely fucking loves me. So I'm not super worried. Could potentially rush in here and smack the Kingdom of Wu. If we shift our armies down, base them at Wang Lang's territory. Just stole a kingdom. Because becoming king would make life a lot easier for me in a weird way. But we'll see, we'll see. Now I actually want you up in Bohai, not in Amping anymore. So you're going to shift all the way up there, my man. This Central Plains area here looks ably defended. We got Xinyo here. He has my best army by far, though Yan Yang isn't very far behind. And then we've got these chaps here. I might need to do a level of upgrading for some of these troops. You've already seen I've thrown in some of these axemen, but getting rid of the arch militia, replace them with proper archers, stuff like that. We may need to head in that direction. How are the Dutch of Shuhai? He fucking loves me, that's no problem. That is good news indeed. So, given that is the case, he doesn't want to do it. Why don't you want to do it? Does it say major threat? I'm no major threat. That's respectability. Okay. Baixia is not hugely keen on me anyway, which is another problem. Creation of vassals. We could bring in the Duchy of Liang. They hate me. He's at war with the entire world, so that's probably not a good shout. Non-aggression. We could go in with the Han Empire. Who's the Han Empire at war with? Everyone else. Nah. No. Alright. We're in this situation. Let's see how it plays out. I'm going to keep my troops on the borders. Jiangshun, we're going to need some more troops in your army. Yeah, we could be alright. Ma Chao, you wuss. Yeah, Ma Chao's in real trouble. Bye bye. Ma Chao should have been more aggressive. Liu Bei is shifting troops all over the place. I wonder who he's going to fight. Yeah, Gongsun Kang is a lot more warlike, hugely more warlike. So we need to find something to do just to keep him. What? As your general steps outside to go hunting, as a violent monsoon howls and batters the walls, the hunting trip was only mentioned in jest because of the storm, but your obstinate general sees it as a challenge and cannot be dissuaded. You prat. Good thing we're not at war. Character developments. What do we have here? Lady Trill. She is the one who well, you know what? I'm going to recruit her because I haven't got the first clue. Really? She comes with a spear and everything. Where has she been? Welcome to the party. I just saw Cao Chun as well there. Now, Cao Chun, he is a serious player. He is, if this is who it's supposed to be, because I'm assuming he's with the mods, because he's not in the base game, I don't think. But he is Cao Ren's twin brother. He inherited all the family wealth, and he was an officer in the Chung River Regiment, part of the Imperial Army, which were collection of Xiongnu tribesmen and stuff like that formed into this professional elite cavalry unit, and he was the person charged with developing the Tiger and Leopard cavalry for Cao Cao. Extremely talented cavalry commander, extremely talented. Commanded some really top end officers as well who would turn out to be generals later, like Cao Xiu. But he was so, like, this unit he created, the Tiger and Leopard Cavalry, were so good but so difficult to control, they only really respected him. So when he died, Cao Cao couldn't hand the unit on to another officer, he had to keep it with himself. I think there's also an element of a unit that important, his own personal bodyguard and everything else. Probably by that stage, Cao Cao was thinking it's better I keep him close to me because it was getting a little bit dicey. There was a lot of court machinations at that time, because there were a lot of suggestions that perhaps he was overstepping his bounds and was looking like he wanted to become emperor eventually. But still, that's incredible that he's in this. I didn't know he was in this mod. Fantastic to see him. But anyway, we've got Lady Trill. Water Clock. Fantastic. As a mule, wounds and deaths. He's wounded. That's a shame, but he is a moron. Toolmaker. Do we want some artisanal tools? That will help with the economy. We could get the food production increase. Be quite nice as well because we use that to buy everything under the sun. So here, because of him, he, I believe, has, yeah, we don't need. What does Lady True come with? Bear in mind she's been fighting in the south. Oh, they didn't give her anything. Plus 10 range damage when commanding. Satisfaction for all characters if she is bonus for air. She is a monster. We could recruit her into this army. Switch these guys out for some spears. We'll change all of these guys up when I've got a little bit more cash. But we could definitely change some of them up right now. Here, you can have some proper archers. Can I afford one more? I can afford one more. There you go. He can have some proper archers. That's fantastic. This man here, he'll be able to afford the axes. We'll give her a spear wall and some sabers, potentially. She could hire. No, she couldn't. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. What does she do for commander otherwise? Movement range, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she's really cool and all. Really cool. We'll give you this for satisfaction. It'll help with stuff in your army. Authority, instinct, minus fatigue rate. Yeah, you can definitely have that. As far as weapons go, I don't think I have anything to help you guys. In particular, you already have a shiny. Mounts, we're pretty tied up with as well. You are going to want higher court positions, so we want to give her. Earth Dragon isn't possibly the best shout for her. Patrol Commander, not a bad option. General of the front, not really. General of the right, not really. These don't give. I mean, that would be incredible, but no. I think we'll just stick with Patrol Commander for you then. Here you are. Your Patrol Commander. You'll be happy with that. We're going to get some more cash eventually. So we're going to... I think Jiaxu actually will drop you into Wudu. Keep an eye on what's going on there. And I think we probably... She can handle that. I think you can shift up towards Anding. You need a cavalry commander in there. Could potentially get Cao Chun if he's knocking about next turn as well. Yeah. Keep moving into Bohai. With your imbecilic. It's only going to tail out at minus 15. Not the end of the world. This is very weird playing as a governor. And then we've had kingdoms change hands rapidly over this period of time. I do need to build up my armies if I'm going to become a king. I've been quite good relying on the likes of Gongsun-Zan and Liu Biao and people to actually bear the brunt of the fighting, whilst I've been using much smaller armies to work together, like in pairs or in threes, to hit a specific area. But we've now grown out of that now. Han Empire is destroyed. Free-spirited heroine Lady Trill. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. What a sight to behold! Lady Trill on the back of a rare white elephant enters through your gates. Escorted by a convoy, after much consideration she has chosen to join your faction. It is a great victory to add a woman of such strength, spirit and conviction. You ask Lady Trill for her hand in marriage, but are quickly rebuffed. One night, after a feast, Lady Trill approaches you and accepts your proposal. Together you could drive out the impostors and conquer the country. Now I have already married one. I wonder what happens if I marry two. This is an experiment. She is not altogether unhappy by the looks of things. Tadra has gone up. Yeah, keep going across there. Where are you, Ma Yun Lu? No problem. Interesting. Reference against Tadra. Interesting. Right. No, we don't need that. You could. That'll be good for reducing corruption. That's a lot of money. Beihai, Taishan, you're okay. Langye, yes, you need more love and attention. She need a lot of stuff. This can go up and reduce corruption. Don't need anti-corruption here. We probably need is something to boost public order. Probably don't need actually population growth. Food and anti-corruption, please, because the corruption must be insane for it to be that high. Okay. Taishan, you're okay. Ping'an, yeah, Amping, we don't need to worry. Diamen, they're all solid. Shiha, I always forget about you, but that's because you're not important to me. Right. Throw that in there. That's a good chunk of my cash gone. Yeah, it's a huge amount of my cash gone. That just means then we need to recruit a cavalry commander here. There is her, I guess. She is in my court. She's doing nothing. She would be cheaper than Talchan, certainly. Yeah, go on in. Go on in. In you come. In you come. And we'll swap for some proper cav. Now, I think most of these guys are married off, but if I was to click on, where is she? Ma Yunlu. Ma Yunlu is also married. Right, we have multiple wives. That isn't actually overly surprising. Given that was quite common in China at this time. I mean, not necessarily multiple wives, but concubines with the chief concubine and all of that stuff, and the ranks of various concubines depending on your rank and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I'm not overly surprised we can do that. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, you're shifting up to your position. I guess we could go whale on Hansway. That could be an option. Take Wu-Wei. I'm not sure what benefits it actually brings me other than just some more territory, which makes me a greater threat, but who knows? We are trading with him, I think. So I was trying to get a good relationship with him I've been untrustworthy before in this run through. Jin Shu Jin is wiped out. Di Jiangzhan. Rebellion imminent in Yingchuan. Right, well, Yingchuan has who nearby? So, what's bothering Yingchuan? Yingchuan is mostly population-based anger. But there isn't a huge amount I can do about it. Imperial Palace isn't going to do anything to help it. So I'll tell you what. Xinyo, shift to Yingchuan. Let's deal with this problem. We'll get one of those in there just to keep everything ticking up quite nicely. Runan, how are you? Oh, all right. Jiangxia. We can't change that yet, which is a real shame. The public order negative. Why can I not change that? Don't understand. There. There we go. That's sorted it. I'm guessing it's to do with the city size. Right. All of that. Here we are. More food production is always nice, but actually trade influence is fantastic for me. And then, come on, I want to have a look at the army here, please. Here we go. Now, he's got these chaps, which is quite nice. We don't really need him to have that level of cavalry, but he definitely could do with some sabers. We'll give him the sabers. And then this chappy here, he can go with more cavalry. There we go. Build this army up ever so slowly. We've got the money. We don't need to worry at all. Yeah, shift that border there. Okay. Yeah, just building the armies up, being very, very careful, and then we're going to have to strike. Gongsun Kung is getting irritable. So, with that in mind, I think you shift here. And I need you up in Bohai. 4 turns fishing. 4 turns there. I think we need to put him on the river as fast as possible. So we'll do that next turn. Get his ass up there. Because if Gongsun Kang declares independence, I don't know what deals he has with other people, if anyone's supporting his independence, which they may do. I may have just clicked off it and forgotten about it. We shall see. And none of my allies really in a war that I can jump into quite easily as well. I think Yan Liang could probably deal with them on his own. It'll be a little bit slow going. But I think it's possible. Buildings done. Fantastic. Trade scaling Diao Chan is cheerful. Good for her. Right. Arse in water. On the river. Let's go. Up to Bohai. Yeah, still 4 turns. It's not actually that much quicker. We're going to have to start upgrading these places eventually. Langye. Yeah, you definitely need one of these. And yeah, reduction in corruption, of course, because you are bloody awful for corruption. Yeah, it's still suffering. That was a ridiculous wound. Cao Shuang. You're going to have to fight eventually, I think, my man. Right. Now, what do I want or need? Income from all sources. It's incredible. Income from commerce and industry is also really solid. Trade influence is nice. Satisfaction from sentinels is pretty good. We'll head up this way. It's going to give me a chunk more cash. I mean, that's a huge chunk more cash, not even a little chunk of cash. That will be amazing for us. In here, recruit you, swap you for some decents. I'm gonna need some anti-cav, so we'll get 2 anti-cavs in there, and then I'll deal with the rest of the army later. You're holding there. You get your ass in there. Toll up there. We're getting better with you, which is quite nice. Also getting better with you, which is quite nice. So that begs the question, who else can I go to war with? I think we hit Liu Biao, actually. Even though this is getting better. We have no trade with him, which makes it a good option. He has no food, which also works. He is at war with Gongsun already, which will help us. He's not at war with Liu Bei. Liu Bei won't like it, but Liu Bei loves me, so I can afford to take a hit. So, yeah, he's our target. Not Gongsun. We're going for Liu Biao. Which means, actually, Xinyo can be called back. Yan Liang will have to deal with any... Well, do I want to move Kong Rong up there, though? Because... I probably want to move Kong Rong up there, because Kong Rong's army is awful. So Yan Liang and Xinyo, at least I can rely on to fight. But, saying that, if I move Yan Liang out there... Anyway, Duanwu Festival. The Duanwu Festival is a momentous day. Drinks are poured freely as the smell of food fills the air. As you celebrate the honour of Chu Yuan, your teams pull their dragon boats through the river, with much clamour and cheering from the banks. By a truly breathtakingly slim margin, your team rose to victory. Glory is yours. Good. Headrunners Wang Shi. Yan Song. Okay, right. We need to prepare to hit him. So we are going to hit him at Han Zhong, and we're going to hit him at... Right, you're going to go north to deal with them. You're coming south, my man. Sima Yi, you have an army. We probably want to hit him at Wudu as well, to be fair. Down you come. You're going to shift up just in case. Drop one of those in there. How are you? You got two of those. Well, takes a few turns to shift through there, but Hanzhong is vital. If they take Wudu, they can swing down this way. But still, get into the Silk Trader. And then from here, I know I've just caned their ability to recruit. I mean, that's quite nice, but these will probably be slightly better for me. So let's just demolish it. And then State Workshop's in here. Alright, and then she can shift down there. We'll shift Sima Yi back. He's there ready to march. She not quite willing to spend that kind of money just yet. See, if I send him up there, Yan Liang I can rely on to fight. He's got Li Dian as well. Like these guys, if push comes to shove, they will win. Right? If Gongsun Kan kicks off, these guys will win. If I send Kong Rong, they may not win. Okay. Right. Sorry, Xinyo. Indecisiveness there by me. Bring your ass down here. 4 turns. Okay, we can do that. You as well. Bring your ass down here. 3 turns. Imperial City here is going to get pissy. That's fine. They can get as pissy as they like. If they kick off, we'll deal with it. Right. Okay. And I think this, yeah, because we gave Caozhi an actual force. So that's all pretty good. Runnan can hold. Very nice. That means that basically it's up for recruitment for you guys. I say some heavy spears, some Fury of Beihai, and a couple of axes. There we go. You shift there. Everyone's going to be in position. It's going to take a few turns for her to move down that way. We know this because we've done it before with the Gongsun Zan campaign. This area, we need our guys on the border so we can hit Xiangyang really fast and Jiangling really fast. Okay. But we know what we're going to do now. Liu Biao it is. We're not going to lose any trade. It's going to bring us closer to Gongsun-Zan. We're going to have to wipe Gongsun-Zan out eventually, but, you know, it's fine. It'll give me a war, which is essential for my vassals to actually feel like they're doing something. It'll be good. And Liu Biao, I don't know, like in the last playthrough I did, the Gongsun-Zan playthrough, Liu Biao ended up with all the generals. Oh, fantastic. Xiao and Yao Chan have a son. Brilliant. Ambushes are ready. Well, I'm not at war with anyone, so it's important. Intellectual vestures. Wow. Right. So, Jia Shu should have his own unique armor. Yeah, I'm just checking. Taoju, we don't really need you to have special clothes. Jia Song, you have incredible clothes. Chung Song, you're okay. Some of you should have your own. So I can pick and choose. In which case, let's say Taoju. You know, go for it, big man. Become legendary. Right. Arse down this way. Good. You as well. Do you know what? You can go to that border right there. Nanyang. Pop in one of those. Trade influence, yeah, it's a chunk of cash, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. They kick off. We've got an administrator there who has an army. You're good there. Yeah, it's just about shifting these guys down now. Right. Sima Yi, you're quite fast. Move down. Okay. He's besieging that city. We'll see if he takes it or not. We'll see if he takes it. Hey, stop complaining. You're going to be 2 turns. You're going to be 2 turns. Good. In 2 turns, they will be ready. And then we can start the march. Here's my border. Where is my border? Alright, next turn we start the march. Get the maximum amount. You'll be on the borders next turn or in the next 2 turns anyway. Yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. Now, there may not be a battle in this episode looking at the time, but we will be in position to have some next time. And we do need to pick how we fight as Kong Rong, because we don't have the armies. We don't even have any of the tech in the military in the same way as other factions. Duchy of Liang is destroyed. Okay. Captain Tsuju. This general's passion for competition often manifests in opponents' injuries. The game of Tsuju takes a surprising turn when they eliminate the best player on the opposing team by hurling them through a fence. If you challenge the general afterwards, as you might expect, they win the match. So Tsuju is like an ancient Chinese version of football. Could be quite violent, as you can see here. Me fun. Well done, big man. Shame you don't show the same sort of valor in battles. Lu Ji is knocking about. Eh? Wow. She could be cool to bring in. This is Lu Bu's daughter. Got a trader. Assignments need to be done. Ying Chuan's going to kick off. Do you know what? We're going to bring her in. We are definitely going to bring her in. Lu Ji. She's going to be a bit pissy. We're going to have to give her a title. Ma Yunlu, how are you? That's not very useful for you, but you can have it anyway. Now, where is... Here you are. Right. I think that will work. You have sharp light. Okay, you're good. You're really good. Right, well, I think, to be fair, we should probably... We have the money. We do actually have the money here. Come party. God, Chung Raiders, fantastic. absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we'll bring her in as well. And then we need another strategist, but we'll think about that in a bit. Get your ass in there. You got Cav. Ooh, that's not what I meant. Recruit you. I'm gonna switch you for some better cavalry, please. We'll take some sabers in here. We're gonna take again some more sabers. Got some archers. You've got some archers as well. They're all arch militia, so they could potentially change. Now, get some spears. There, archers and archers. All right, they'll be good. Right, he's ready. They're both going to attack. Next turn, we'll be ready right there for that attack. And you can upgrade this. Okay. It's fine. Just shift through. I know that's going to take time. Don't worry. We need to get to Hanzhong before Gongsun gets to Hanzhong. So, Jiashu, you go fast as you can. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave it there for this episode. We're prepared to attack Liu Biao next turn. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have enjoyed this, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time for more Total War. Bye-bye.